Morning, fam. Happy Friday to you. You made it. We made it through the week. Okay, it was a long week. It is a fly in here bothering me. I just dropped my daughter off at work. I said, let me go on and let everybody know, in case they weren't aware, today is Friday. Okay, so we made it. It was an up and down week. We've had the back and forth with US, Iran. We've had store closures. We've had fireballs falling from the sky now. This is what happened yesterday. So much is happening. With that, why is all of this happening? So I was like, okay, fireballs falling from the sky. And by the way, how you doing? So fireballs falling from the sky. I said, where have I heard that from before? If this fly don't leave me alone, where have I heard that from? So the Bible mentions fire falling from the sky in several passages. One notable example is in Genesis 19:24, where it says, then the Lord rained down burning sulfur in Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. Another instance is in Kings 18:38. So y'all feel free to check that out during Elijah's confrontation. So just thought I'd share that with you in case you were looking for a scripture. You might want to read that one, because what's going on right now is insane. Fireballs falling from the sky. This was seen over the skies in Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, even people in Virginia. And some people said that when it made landfall, they could feel vibration like an earthquake almost. They could feel the vibration of it. One actually went through the roof of someone's house and landed on their floor, cracking their floor. So I don't know what's going on. I had to roll the window down because that fly was getting on my nerves. Flying. I'm like, what is going on? I get for sitting at McDonald's. So I got some pictures of it. Of course, I'm going to show you a little clip of that. Now, when it comes to that fireball, let me just say, when I saw the fireball, I thought of one particular movie, and it's called War of the Worlds. If you have not seen that with Tom Cruise, check out some of the clips from that. You ain't got to watch the whole movie. Check out some of the clips from that. One particular scene is what caught my attention. Now, I ain't saying this is what happened when the fireballs came down or whatever they were, meteors or not, because some people think they weren't. Some people think they were aliens. But check out, I'm going to put it in here. Matter of fact, I'll put the clip in here of that scene from War of the Worlds. These images came from people in North Carolina, South Carolina, etc., where they saw the fireball come down, which people are saying that is a meteorite, but some tend to think that it's not a meteorite. It even landed inside of someone's home, like I said, and damaged their floor. I'm gonna do a voiceover so I don't get a copyright, hopefully. So what she's telling him is, hey, these things have been here for a while. They're machines. But then when all the lightning and all of that started coming down, she slowed it down when she was recording the lightning, and this is what she saw. And you could just say it's just pure entertainment, okay? I wasn't there. I don't know. What else is happening? Oh, the heat wave. This heat wave is causing all kinds of issues right now. We have the asphalt in New York City that is so hot, you could fry an egg.
7 degrees.
Exactly. So why are you outside?
You said you can literally fry an egg. We're just gonna let this sit right here for about like 30 minutes. Damn, I forgot my butter and my egg. Hold on.
Are you being serious right now?
Hold on.
I know she's lying.
Where do I crack it?
On the ground.
I'm gonna show you magic.
Okay.
Watch. Watch how hot it is.
What the hell?
have the asphalt in parts of Jersey that's so hot that a bus sank down into it.
In, we parked them, we let them go out. The bus came in, you wouldn't think anything of it because it came past, as you can see right there. It came over, but the minute the back came, it just collapsed. It was like he stayed on until luckily the paramedics came.
Power outages in Pittsburgh, power outages in parts of New York and other areas.
Pittsburgh is in the middle of a heat wave. It's about 90 degrees at 9 p.m. And my power is out. The good news is I have a fresh bottle of wine, and I can sit in my car and not die. So I'm just gonna do that until the power comes back on.
Did anybody else's power go out because of this heat wave? It actually kind of freaked me out with the whole war going on. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Because my neighbor just came over, one of my neighbors, and he said his is out too, and he's on a different grid. So it has to be the heat wave or something else. I don't know. East Coast people, so you having this problem too? It is freaking hot today. My trailer's already freaking at 4 degrees? It's going to get to 100 today, I guarantee inside.
Little update, we are now on day 3 of having no power on 98-degree days. Luckily for us, we have a generator that at least powers our water, a few lights, and our fridges and freezers. But that's about it. Nobody has AC. Most people have no water. Most people have no anything.
I think that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that when you lose power, you lose the ability to have fresh drinking water, cooking water, etc. Because the plants run on electricity. And if that goes down, if the backup power goes down, what's cleaning the water? So that's why it's so important to stock up on water also.
Your grid might go out next. As you can see, the temp in our house right now at 10 a.m. is 79 degrees, and that is only because we have a portable AC hooked up over here, at least trying to keep our house manageable. But like I said, most people don't have that.
So we just got through talking about power outages yesterday, and a planned one that's going to be happening on tomorrow here in North Carolina. Well, we need to be planning for that. So I found something online. I'm going to actually purchase it because I don't know how it is going to work, but I want to see how it's going to work so I can share that with you guys, and I'll let y'all know in another video. I found it today, but I haven't ordered it yet. I'm gonna order it as soon as I get off of here. Hopefully it'll be here before July 1st. But this heat wave is serious, y'all, and when I say serious, you have people that have suffered not heat strokes but heat exhaustion, like firefighters fighting fires, just people who are working outside, construction and stuff like that. So if you know someone working in those areas, please encourage them to hydrate themselves before they go out to work, like all that night before and stuff like that, because you know once you start working, you barely remember to do anything other than what you're doing in that moment. But we have to stay hydrated. And so not just drinking water, but definitely maybe throw some cucumbers in your water. I had to put my hat on because I'm out here getting my steps in. But speaking of cucumbers, y'all, I harvested yesterday the first ever largest cucumber harvest I have ever had. So I will be pickling some of those cucumbers. But yeah, definitely hydrating with cucumbers. Cucumbers is an excellent source of nutrients in it. High in vitamin C as well, and it's perfect to add to that electrolyte water that you have. For extra hydration, some electrolytes in your water for extra hydration. So just plain water is not going to do it, okay? And if you haven't stocked up on water, go ahead and do that, because that seems to still be leaving the shelves really, really fast.
Panicked shoppers could be seen stockpiling bottles of water in a Costco store as Britain basks in a 30-degree early summer heat wave.
Find a way that if the grid goes down, you have a way to try to a little bit stay cool, because I know people are like, well, I can sit in my car, like one of the videos I'm going to show you. What if the power stays off for days? What if it stays off for days? And fuel prices are going up, but try to keep your fuel at a half a tank and more. It's like a bill. Now, I don't know if there's any truth to it, but I heard that keeping it at a half and over a half will definitely help your car's performance. But also, again, if something happened, you want to go ahead and have fuel, because if the power grid goes out, you're not getting fuel from anywhere. And if you have generators that you say you're going to use for backup, you want to make sure you have that fuel. So those are just some small tips. Those, you know, if you got a solar power generator, that would be awesome. So you don't need that fuel, you just need the sun. And apparently you have it because of the heat wave. So I have a few solar power generators. I am sponsored by a company as well, OuPES. I will leave them linked down below. I love mine. It came in handy when Hurricane Helene hit. It saved my food in my refrigerator.
Took her over there.
Pull the fridge out a little bit. What you do? I just put the fridge in here so I don't have to move it. Mama, if you unplug it and it falls back in there, I'm not grabbing it. Try to see. I can't see if it's working or not. You didn't turn it on. And I get that, but I need to turn it around.
See if this works.
What we doing? It's off. I got 9 hours with
the refrigerator.
So now I'm gonna get some stuff out of here so I can pull from the main refrigerator, walk behind the camera, behind the main refrigerator in the freezer. It's empty, so that definitely get full.
We plug up the wet vac and get it out. So every now and then some sun will come out, so I put it here. This is my OuPES, not the Meg 2. I got the Meg 2 plugged up to the refrigerator, so this is charging even though there's really not a lot of sun or barely any sun out here. But it's definitely a slow charge. You can't make it out because it's blinking.
Because I have a bulky one, I have a medium-sized one, and I have a small one, like a carry one. So that might be something to think about too. They're a little bit costly, but if you think about the cost of you losing your food in your freezers and stuff like that, it's a pretty good savings every year. So anyway, check these videos out. Definitely hit the like button. It helps support the channel. It does push the video out to more people, so we can grow. Hopefully they will decide to subscribe and we can all grow together, learn together, each one teach one. Remember to put your tips and ideas in the comments below and be respectful in the comments as well. And I'll see you guys later today.
You as you drive, do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause 'cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here